Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I painted some bolts for this and they're drying right now, so I've got something else that I've been putting off for quite a while. UPS guy gives me grief every once in a while about it. I bought this like 2 years ago. It's a heavy, thick skid steer plate. Let's do something with that. I split a lot of wood with this year. You know, we're good, but heavy logs, there's no way to get it up here. My other log splitter already has a log lifter on it, so I don't really need two. But if you can imagine this, without the tires or the jack or the valve and reservoir that is just for looks now, upside down, like that, mounted onto the skid steer. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this perfectly good wood splitter up because I have so much really big stuff, like I can't get my arms halfway around kind of stuff, that I want to get split up. This will work good for that. Even my other wood splitter can't handle that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get to cutting on this thing and I'm gonna put it on the plate. While I'm at it, this style wood splitter with the wedge on the cylinder tends to get logs jammed on it. That's what this chain was for. It's to wrap around the log so you can pull the wedge out of it. Well, most of your modern ones that are sold this way have a couple pieces of steel coming up here so that the wedge retracts into it and it just pushes the log off. So I'll be doing something similar to that too. This looks like it's going to be fun cutting this all off. That's pretty thick steel. That plate, that was fun cutting off. Got quite a few loads to the face and whatnot, trying to cut the welds out. A couple strikes of the sledgehammer and it was off. Just gotta snip that tank off, and all we have left after that is the axle and the hitch. I wish I would have put something underneath when I was cutting that. Cutting this heavy piece here kind of ruined my floor. And I should have probably taken this off before I started cutting. That would have been a good idea probably, but that's fine. I'm sure it'll be just fine. I'm just gonna plug these for now because I don't know exactly how the hoses are gonna be routed until I have it on the skid steer. Let me get this thing spun around to kind of the direction it's gonna be on the skid steer while it's still somewhat mobile. I went and made up this here junk. Some heavy wall square tubing, 1.5 inch tubing that was laying out back. It got a little bit rusty, but it was brand new. I figured it was just as easy to go and put something like this on there right now while I can weld this before it gets flipped over. Made some braces that go on the back side here to help out, because there's going to be force going that way. That should work. I went and measured the angle on the forks here. I come up with about 10 degrees. So I went and found that same angle on there. So that's going to get flipped over, and then it should be correct. Now I just got to get that cut off and then can pop that off. Almost done here. Well, I got a little grinder work to do. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Well, I got her ready to try to break her off, flip it over. I'm hoping I just like jam the forks of the skid steer under there and it just pops off. Otherwise I'll have to do some more cutting. Dang it. Didn't want to drop it again. That thing is 1/2 inch steel. It is heavy. I'm going to want to make about a 1/2 inch line right down the center here. We're just building a wood splitter. It doesn't have to be perfect here. Somewhere in there. Oh. I know I said this is just a wood splitter, but I want to try to get it close. I'm going to pull a diagonal from side to side to make sure it's somewhat straight that way. It's really close. Has to go that way, just barely. Well, there it is. I get it all put together. Hoses are on. Hoses are a touch long, but with my hose holders and stuff, it'll be fine. This one could be tucked up a little bit. Probably throw some zip ties on it. Keep them out of the way. Yeah, they could have been about a foot shorter or something like that. But it'll work. Won't be pinching any hoses on here. I like to run this setup up the side. I added that on there. Caterpillar has something like that from the factory. Works out pretty slick. So one thing I wish I would have done, and I might do in the future, is add some feet on each side, because this thing might tip to the side when I unhook it, which isn't the end of the world. Just might make it a little harder to hook up. So might do that in the future. But I just threw some cold galvanized on. I've never used that stuff before. See what happens. Threw that on the bare metal. I might go and wash this up with the hot water pressure washer sometime, get it good and clean, and then put some kind of paint on it. But we all know that probably won't happen, right? It's nice to imagine it looking all painted up. So why don't we go give this thing a try, see if it works. I think I blew the cylinder already. Well, that's nice. Oh, geez. Oh, great. Well, looks like I gotta see about getting another cylinder fixed. I don't know why that happened, but it blew its whole innards out and it split the nut. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I used the thing a little bit last night with no troubles, just to test it out. But looks like that's got to go to the cylinder shop too. See you next time. Take care and God bless. You want to run them?